You're not selfish for needing space. You're not unkind for saying no. You're not cold for protecting your energy. Healthy emotional boundaries aren't about keeping people out, they're about keeping your heart safe. Let's talk about how to set boundaries without guilt. Hi, I'm Kai. Welcome to episode 11 of Healing and Emotional Recovery. If setting boundaries feels uncomfortable for you, you're not alone. Many adults, especially those who are caring, sensitive, empathetic, or responsible, feel guilty when saying no, asking for space, protecting their time, expressing limits, choosing peace over obligation, or stepping back from draining relationships. Across America, in New York offices, in Austin neighborhoods, in Seattle apartments, and in Chicago, people struggle with boundaries not because they don't know what they need, but because they don't want to hurt anyone. Today, we're going to learn how to set boundaries with compassion, clarity, and courage without losing your kindness. So, why do boundaries feel guilty for some people? There are emotional reasons this feels hard. First, you were taught to prioritize others first. You learned to be easy, helpful, and always available. Second, you fear disappointing people. Your heart just doesn't want to let anyone down. Third, you confuse boundaries with rejection. But boundaries aren't withdrawal, they're clarity. Fourth, you associate love with self-sacrifice. Many adults grew up believing they must prove their value to be loved. And finally, you don't want to seem difficult. You try to be low maintenance and understanding. You're not guilty or conditioned. And conditioning can be rewritten. I remember one rainy afternoon in Seattle. I found myself mentally exhausted after saying yes to something I didn't have the capacity for. I didn't want to disappoint anyone. I didn't want them to feel rejected. I didn't want to seem unhelpful. But the truth was simple. Every time I said yes to something that drained me, I was saying no to myself. That realization softened my guilt instantly. So, what are emotional boundaries? Really, they are not walls. They are not punishments. They are not distancing. Emotional boundaries are clarity about what feels healthy, honesty about your limits, and respect for your energy. They are about choosing peace over guilt, protecting your emotional bandwidth, and loving yourself enough to say, not now. Healthy boundaries don't push people away. They pull healthy relationships closer. Let's talk about the different types of emotional boundaries you can set. First, there are time boundaries. How much you can give without draining yourself. Then, energy boundaries. What you can emotionally handle today. There are also communication boundaries, which define what conversations feel safe and respectful. Relationship boundaries determine who gets access to your emotional world. And finally, self-respect boundaries guide how you treat yourself when you're overwhelmed. Think of boundaries as permission slips for your emotional well-being. Now, let's walk through the no-guilt boundary framework, a gentle, step-by-step guide. Step 1 is to notice when your body says no, even if your words say yes. Your chest might tighten, your shoulders rise, or your breath shortens. Your body often speaks first. Step 2 is to identify what you need. Do you need time, space, rest, clarity, emotional distance, or just a pause? Your needs are not inconveniences. Step 3 is to use soft but firm language. You can stay kind and still choose yourself. Try phrases like, I don't have the capacity for that right now. I need some time to recharge. I can't commit to that today. I need a little space to think. Or, that doesn't work for me, but thank you. Remember, gentle is not weak, and direct is not harsh. Step 4 is to expect discomfort, not guilt. Discomfort from setting a boundary is temporary. Sacrificing your peace is permanent. Step 5 is to stay consistent with your boundary. People don't respect boundaries you don't respect, and that's not their fault. It's about clear communication. Step 6 is to offer alternative forms of connection. Boundaries don't have to mean disconnection. You can try saying something like, I can't today, but I'd love to on Saturday. This way, you protect your energy without pushing others away. I remember one time in Chicago, I told a friend, I really care about you, but I need some time to recharge tonight. They didn't get angry. They didn't pull away. They I appreciate you telling me, take your time. That was the moment I realized. People who love you respect your boundaries. People who don't respect your boundaries love the version of you that abandons yourself. So, how do you know your boundaries are working? You'll start to feel lighter and less resentful. You'll breathe easier and feel more in control. Your relationships will feel healthier. You'll stop over-explaining yourself, and you'll trust yourself more. Calm is the first sign of a healthy boundary. Here's what you need to hear today. You are not selfish. You are not difficult. You are not unkind. You are allowed to need rest. Say no. Take space. Protect your heart. Change your mind. Speak your truth. And care for your energy. Boundaries don't make you less loving. They make your love sustainable. And the people who truly value you will feel grateful that you take care of yourself. Now, for your action challenge, choose just one of these today. Say one gentle no. Take a break when you need one. Simplify one draining commitment. Practice one respectful boundary sentence. Or ask yourself what you actually want. Healthy boundaries create a healthy life. If this episode eased your guilt or made boundaries feel more possible, share it with someone who needs the same strength. And if you're ready to continue your healing journey with clarity, courage, and compassion, subscribe to Inspire Change today. This is episode 11 of Healing and Emotional Recovery. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and keep walking with Mikayas. We protect our peace and heal our hearts gently. Boundaries aren't rejection, they're respect.